Tuesday night here at Boucher Field for Women's Division III college action between the Husson University Eagles and the Colby College Mules. I'm Jake Willett. I am joined alongside Philip Robarge, and today we see two very solid soccer clubs coming into Boucher today. Eagles coming in 6-3-1, 3-0-1 in conference play. The Colby College Mules, they're coming in 5-1-3, 3-1-2 in NESCAC play. Two very solid teams. Colby led by junior forward Abigail Jarvie, Philip.
Yes, that's right, Jake. She is a pure goal scorer. She's as clinical as they come. She's got 6 goals already in this young season over the stretch of 9 games. Last year, she had 11 goals. Her first season, she had 7, so she's already working her way up to that tally. She's getting better and better as every season goes along, and she's just a joy to watch. She can finish with her right foot, she can finish with her left foot, and she's not the tallest player on the field today, but she might pop in with a header if you give her the chance. That's how clinical she is.
Let's flip it to the other side of the ball. On the defensive end, Kaylee Nault, one of the best defensive players in the entire country, let alone the state of Maine, let alone North Atlantic Conference. Kaylee Nault, such a special player, Philip.
She is. In her career, over 4,500 minutes. She is as consistent as they get. There's only been 3 times in her career that she has not started, Jake. That is consistency that you just do not see at this level. And 2-time, you can go over her achievements, 2-time Defensive Player of the Season, 3-time NAC First Team selection. I mean, it's just good as it gets for the Eagles. They can rely on her as far as consistency goes, and she could do well to have a big game today for them.
Such a good matchup between those two. But let's take a look at some keys to the game. Philip, take it away.
Well, first of all, for the Eagles, I mean, you have to maintain defensive solidity at the back. You just cannot afford to give Colby anything, and that means no mistakes. No mistakes in the midfield. Don't give the ball away early, and then also score early. You want to get on the front foot. You don't want to be caught defending early. You want to take it to Colby. You want to take it to this defense and see if you can get yourself an early goal. And then from there, Jake, you really just do not want to be chasing the game. You want to make Colby chase the game. You want to be the pace setter in this one.
Starting lineups, anthem, and kickoff are just moments away. We'll be back in a flash.
Take 4, 3-3, take 3.
We've got a great show, everyone. Thanks for coming.
I need shots, guys.
Scene 4, take 4.
This school has something for everybody. You will feel welcome here the second that you come.
The student-to-professor ratio is actually pretty small. I've been able to work closely with every single one of my professors.
I initially went to a community college. I took a tour and I was like, okay, I could definitely see myself here. And I'm glad I made that choice to come here for sure.
Welcome back to Boucher Field for this one here tonight. Jake Willett, Philip Robarge. We are just about moments away from getting you opening kickoff. We'll run through starters real quick. Colby's, they're led by Talia Thompson in the net. Mia Sullivan, Annie Liebig, Avery Barton, Samantha DeWitt, Kylie Thorpe, Ella Caralucci, Avery Delcole, Claire Walsh, Madison Genzer, and Abigail Jarvie. They are coached by Seth Benjamin in his second season at the helm of the Mules. Eagles led by Dennis Mullins. They got Madison Weigler between the pipes. The senior, she gets the start here tonight. She has in front of her Haley Tarbox, Addie Lasley, Lindsay Reed, Devin St. Louis, Marilla Corletto, Kaylee Nolt, Taya Gerfin, Paige Dunn, Riley Speed, and Emma Nicholson. Again, I'm Jake Willett. I'm joined alongside Philip Robarge and the rest of the team here with NESCOM Productions. We can't do it without them. We are moments away from kickoff. Philip, how are we doing? Are we ready for this one here?
Absolutely, and it's just a question of if the players are ready. I mean, it's been certainly a long time since Husson have won here at Boucher, and they're going to need to play really, really big. They're going to have to play a solid game if they're going to get a result. This Colby team looked very, very good, and we mentioned Jarvie's scoring record, and Husson are going to have to look to compete with that with their two forwards, Addie Lasley and Devin St. Louis. Devin St. Louis had a really, really big game in her last one. She can score, she can assist. We'll just have to see how it shakes out for the Eagles.
Eagles will be going from right to left in their home whites with the green letters and the pink goalkeeper kit. Colby will be going from left to right because that's the opposite. And Colby's wearing their road blues with white letters and also a pink keeper fit. We are just about moments away. Ball's in the center. Teams are huddling up, about ready to break. And should be a great night of action here.
Yeah, and Colby, they come into this one with just really great form. Only one loss in their last 5 games. They've compiled a couple of road wins, 3-0 at UNE, 2-0 at Connecticut College, and of course a draw at Williams. So they're going to come into here with a lot of expectation that they'll do well. We mentioned this streak of 13, 14, I believe it is. It's been almost 15 years since the Eagles have actually won here on this ground. 2010 is the last time. So it's definitely going to be really important to see which team can really strike first and really take hold of this one.
Both teams coming off of wins in their last contests. 2 very good teams in the region. Eagles, one of the more pristine North Atlantic Conference teams. So you take a look at Talia Thompson there. The junior, 3rd game of the season. Colby will start with the ball, and they will have the opening kickoff in a matter of moments. Abigail Jarvie stands over the center. Whistle blows. We are underway. Colby is going to work the ball up into the corner. They're going to test Riley Speed right off the jump. Ball's played on in. Jarvie was looking for a teammate there, couldn't get it. Eagles are going to break. Ball played up to Addie Lasley. This is a dangerous opportunity for Colby. The defense playing strong back there with Kylie Thorpe.
Yeah, Thompson there to be quick off her line to really get that one across. Addie Lasley was searching for that ball.
Cara Lucy trying to find an option. She does find one. That is Mia Sullivan. Sullivan's going to play it back to the safety of the back line and Kylie Thorpe. Thompson plays one across. Colby trying to work the far side. They're going to try and test Riley Speed to start. We've already seen a switch. Kaylee Nault moving from the left center back position to the right center back position. Ball comes on in looking for Jarvie, and that one's going to be cleared away there by Lindsay Reed.
Well, we're seeing the strategy early here from the Mules, just getting it long, getting it out wide to Barton, and then trying to get it back into Jarvie. Husson are going to have to just maintain their awareness, make sure that they know where both of those players are for the entirety of this match.
Del Cole was the one trying to clear it down to Avery Barton. And we get an early whistle here. Offsides there on Samantha DeWitt. Kaylee Null, as we mentioned pregame, takes the kick. Hands it off to Emma Nicholson. Nicholson looking for Taya Gerfin down the line. And that'll go out of bounds for a Colby throw.
Yeah, Gerfin is just an assist machine. She just keeps on providing the width and the support for her teammates.
Thompson with the ball in her box. Plays it across for DeWitt. Jarvie with one on. That was Corletto. Ball bounces off of Riley Speed, and Colby will have possession with a throw. It'll be Avery Delcole. Takes the toss. Stolen away by Haley Tarbox in the middle. Looking for Taya Gerfin. Gerfin plays the ball in at the left and snatched out of midair there by Talia Thompson.
Well, that was the first real chance for the Eagles. And again, the attack broke down there, but we just saw how quickly they're going to need to be going back to front in order to make something.
Walsh trying to play a big ball up the middle to Madison Genzer. But Weigler there to pick it up with ease. Ball cleared out there by Kaylee Null and all the way down the field. Making Samantha DeWitt chase it down. Plays it back to Talia Thompson. Thompson plays it across. Addie Lasley with the defensive pressure. Ball's played out to Mia Sullivan. And in the middle. Bad touch in the middle by Annie Liebeck. But recovers Delcole. Ball up the middle looking for Jarvie. Jarvie finds an option. Plays one into the feet of Kaylee Null and cleared out by Riley Speed. And it'll be a deep throw-in for the Mules in the Eagles' defensive territory.
And look how quickly Speed was just tracking back that time, just making sure that she stays tight to Jarvie. Now a long throw in here. We'll have to see. Be a lot of danger for the Eagles.
Delcole. Ball played in, blocked away. And it'll be a corner for Colby.
And as much as they're being hit on defense, the Eagles, they need to hit back on offense. It's going to be a game of one or two chances. It might come down to, you never know.
Claire Walsh takes the short corner. Walsh plays it one deep into the box. Headed on in and snatched up by Madison Weigler.
Just a great opportunity there and good awareness by Weigler to just make sure that she gets control of it. Seen other keepers in the past just be unsure and just punch it away, but that time she gets it secure into her hands.
Punt deflects off of Liebeck. Ball played back to Paige Dunn. A little miscommunication there between Dunn and St. Louis. So it'll be a throw for Colby deep in their own territory this time.
Yeah, just a little bit too eager that time. Erfin just mishit that ball. But it's a chance like that off of a bad pass that Husson can really use.
Ball played in, stolen by Marilla Corletto.
They're going to have to be a lot more clinical than they were last week against Umpy. We saw just how hard it was for them to find their way past Kearney in that one. And again, they're just really going to have to be clinical when they do get a chance, because they might not get many.
Colby working the ball in, trying to play Barton on the far side. Riley Speed chasing it down. She does. Good work there from Speed. Here's Lindsay Reed. Plays one out of bounds. So Colby will get another toss here. And Avery Delcole taking the throw. Was looking for Walsh. And the Eagles are going to take over on the throw. Riley Speed to take the throw. She has Marilla Corletto right to her front. Big throw over the top. Knocked down by Annie Liebeck. Stolen away. Barton plays one into the middle for Jarvie. Good step there from Emma Nicholson to disrupt that offensive opportunity. Ooh, we have a handball.
And the Eagles just get out of trouble. There's a good step, as you mentioned, by Nicholson there, just able to disrupt just enough. But we're just seeing Colby here knocking on the door. They have a chance with this handball to really get one into the box.
Annie Liebeck wearing the captain's band. Here's just about 7 minutes into this one. Big ball over the top. And it'll go out for a goal kick.
And not what she wanted there. She wanted to just float one in and try and get one into the box there, but just too much on it. Force it wide and out of play.
Weigler quickly to Emma Nicholson. Nicholson plays it into the middle. Turnover by the Eagles. Coming on in and scooped up there by Weigler. Avery Barton right there in it. She had a goal in their last contest against Hamilton.
She did, and she almost had one there. I mean, that was just very, very close at time, but just too much of a touch in the end. She wasn't able to really get a toe at it even. Weigler was able to make the save.
Colby working the ball through the middle of the field. Was looking there for Jarvie.
Look at how far back Gerfin is coming for that one. It's really a case of just ensuring that this ball, when it does go wide, it does not find its way back into the middle. Dennis Mullins very clear in his approach.
Gerfin there was looking for St. Louis. Couldn't connect with her there.
Something that we really haven't seen since maybe that Bates game, but just everyone putting in a shift here on defense.
Sullivan working it back to Talia Thompson. She has all the time and space in the world at the top of her box. Swings it back to a defensive partner. Kylie Thorpe.
Husson here just trying to force Colby into a mistake here, especially so close in on goal. One mistake and you're almost in.
Thompson finds Liebeck and cleared up by DeWitt. Paige Dunn giving chase to Madison Genzer. Finds Avery Barton on the far wing. Barton back to Genzer. Genzer turns back and turns it over in the middle of the field. Tarbox gets knocked down, but Colby still retains. Sullivan plays it down in. And it's Kara Lucy. Kara Lucy walks in all alone, takes a shot with the right foot and goes a little wide.
Oh, what a chance there. Possibly the biggest from Colby so far. Just unable to put that one on net. She's going to want that one back. That was a one-on-one scenario. She was just able to just, as we look at this again, a little bit of a mistake, maybe a foul there. The ref said no. And just Colby playing to the whistle.
Weigler will have a goal kick.
But Kara Lucy there doing just a great job in just turning her defender and getting in on goal.
Kara Lucy looking to have another opportunity, and Emma Nicholson, big defensive stand there, and it'll be a goal kick.
And Husson here just playing a higher line. I mean, we're used to seeing that high line from them, and it's something that you're going to have to be worried about for Colby, maybe on your long passes, but if you can get it out wide, and someone like Kara Lucy can just sort of, or Barton could turn their defender, we will see chances like that we saw just a minute ago.
Kaylee Knoll, big ball through the middle of the field, and it goes out for a Colby throw. Quick back to Thompson. Thompson swings it over to Thorpe. Thorpe gets through. Kara Lucy plays it back to Sullivan. Sullivan plays it up the line. And cleared down by Emma Nicholson.
Well, it's good pressure there from Gerfin, just working, trying to deny the passing lanes there.
Speaking of Taya Gerfin, she'll take the throw. And throws it right into Colby's feet. Here's Genzer, plays it back to Sullivan. Sullivan, big ball through to the middle. Knocked away there by Kaylee Knoll. Devin St. Louis puts one into the box. And an easy stop there for Talia Thompson.
Yeah, maybe she might have thought that Addie Lasley would have just turned goalwards and made that run to the box, but just not on the same page that time.
Knocked away. Tarbox. 2-page done. Looking for a teammate on the far side. That was Lindsay Reed. And it'll go out for an Eagles throw.
This is where you want to just push up a little. If you're Husson, you want to get options. You want to just swing it around as quickly as you can here.
Tarbox loses the ball in the middle. Avery Barton runs onto this one. Riley Speed giving chase to try and get back. And a whistle. And it's going to go the way of the Eagles.
A determination there from Speed. She was not going to be beaten off that ball. She saw her target. She was going to get that ball.
As we look for a free kick deep in the Eagles zone, Kaylee Nault puts the hand up, boots it up with the right foot, and right into the defense. Dunn finds Tarbox. Tarbox has that one stolen and cleared away. Kaylee Nault finds Nicholson. Nicholson plays one with the left foot right into the feet of Cara Lucy. Cara Lucy plays one up to Jarvie, and a ball hits off her hand. Bounced up off the foot and into her hand, so a scoring chance denied there by Abigail Jarvie.
Yeah, just unlucky there. The ball just finding her hand on that one. They were good piece of play. Cara Lucy just working it around well.
Cara Lucy steals it from Nault, moves into the box, gets pushed off the ball, and it's cleared away.
Cara Lucy just proving to be, showing how dangerous she can be in this half. She's certainly been a threat on and off the ball. She's made a couple of great runs, and as well, she keeps determined to just steal that ball away and get her team more chances.
Jarvie plays it to Cara Lucy. Nicholson goes down to the ground. Cara Lucy cuts through, and it's cleared back by Kaylee Nault.
Oh, who else but Kaylee Nault on that one? Nicholson tried to go in with the slide challenge, but Cara Lucy was able to just dance around her. And Kaylee Nault there to just pick up the damage.
Claire Walsh takes the corner with the left foot. Into the middle. Through some bodies, and a diving save there by Weigler.
Yeah, she just had to be on her toes there. That one came at her fast. There was a lot of traffic in her way, but she did very well to just get down and make sure that she got on the ball.
Weigler chipped one over the top. Hits the center official, and we'll have a drop ball right in the middle. Tarbox gives chase. After the drop ball, Jarvie finds Liebeck. Liebeck over to Mia Sullivan, wide open. She plays one up with the right foot, looking for Cara Lucy, and she was offsides.
Yeah, again, Husson skilled and well drilled in playing that high line, playing that offside trap. And when it works, it really works.
15 minutes have elapsed here in half number one. Philip, what have you liked so far, even though it's a 0-0 contest?
It has been end to end, Jacob. It has just been absolutely back to front. Both teams just finding ways to create chances. It's certainly been much more of an open game than I thought it would be.
Big free kick here for the Mules.
Maybe they know it's a NESCOM broadcast.
I mean, I think the signs are there. Lots of cameras around here. Sullivan looking up the middle. Jarvie tries to one-touch one. Can't get through. Ball played back to Madison Weigler. Weigler finds Kaylee Nault. Nault taking her space. Plays one up through the middle of the right foot. Tries to find Nicholson. And a good save there by Cara Lucy. And a good tackle immediately after by Nicholson.
We're just seeing the aggressiveness from Colby here. It's just pressing. Husson into more mistakes.
Ball played back to Annie Liebeck.
But Husson, to their credit, as you see another offside, Husson, to their credit, have just continued in their approach to being pressing Colby off the ball in there when they're passing it around their back line.
Fourth offsides of the half for Colby.
Teams here sort of employing the similar strategies, similar in their formation and similar just in their approach in this game to how they're going to attack. They're pushing the ball out wide, trying to get it to their wingers. Of course, for Colby, it's Barton and Caroluzzi, but for Husson, they're trying to get it over to Gerfen. They haven't really been a great opportunity for her yet.
Taya Gerfen knocks that one out of bounds. Colby takes a quick throw. Good defense there by the Eagles. That was Paige Dunn with the pressure. Sullivan takes the throw into the middle, finds Jarvie, and is fouled there by Dunn, so it'll be a free kick for Colby. Tarbach's getting a word from the official. To be fair to her, she didn't really have a chance to get out of the way.
No, she really didn't. But the referee just making sure that she knows.
Ball played to the side. Avery Barton into the middle. Knocked down. A shot there, and it goes wide. Weigler was bumped down.
Yeah, definitely contact on that one. I'm not sure if a goal did go in that it would have stood, because it did, and it did seem like there was a lot of contact.
Good ball in. Oh, it was just a little friendly fire.
Although exactly the contact was from Nicholson there. Husson, as it is, lucky to get out of that one. That one could have been a lot more dangerous.
Weigler with the goal kick. 26:30 here left in half number one. We are knotted up at 0. If you're just joining us, Jake Willett, Philip Robarge, we thank you for spending your Tuesday night with us here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Talia Thompson dribbled it and then picked it up. Here comes the Mules up the middle. Knocked off the ball by Paige Dunn. Devin St. Louis now had an opportunity. Sullivan now on the wing. Right into the feet of Taya Gerfen. Gerfen cuts back to the left. Spins. Still has the ball on her foot. Looking for an option. Has a second Mule on her. And Gerfen tried to do a little chip and run, but couldn't get it there. And it'll be a goal kick for Thompson.
Yeah, she did well to just get around her defender that time, but she just cut it back, looking for a way to really get by her again, maybe, and create even more space. She'll want to feel that she maybe should have played that ball in the first time that she beat her defender. Because again, 2 women on you in that scenario, it's really hard to really get any sort of pass away.
Ball stolen away by Paige Dunn. Dunn looks back to the middle, and it's Nicholson there. Looking for Gerfen. A little too strong. Liebeck plays it back to Thorpe and across to Samantha DeWitt.
We've yet to really see Husson have a lack of communication in a big area this first half. They've done really well to just maintain their concentration.
Genzer finds Barton on the wing. Barton plays one in with the left, and nobody there on the back door. And Weigler will have another opportunity at a goal kick with 24:38 to go here in half number one.
Yeah, just nobody really there for that one. Weigler's a little bit slow to get to that other post. So again, if you had somebody over there, maybe it's a good chance to just put in a header.
Take a look at shots here. 5-0 in favor of Colby. As Philip was mentioning, the Eagles offense kind of a little stagnant to start, and Nicholson was looking to play one back to Weigler, and it spins off her foot the wrong way, and it'll be a corner for Colby.
I think she saw the run or the pressing of Caroluzzi there, but just panicked a little and trying to play it to Weigler, just put it out for a corner.
Quick ball played there by Walsh. Takes a right foot across, and Weigler will scoop it up out of bounds, so it'll be a goal kick.
And they tried to go with the short corner that time, but just could not find a ball in. Good job by the Eagles there to just make sure that they were marking and ready for that. Colby do like to take their corners quick sometimes and low on the ground to try and get that cross in sooner.
Ball stolen away in the middle by Avery Delcole. Looking for Abigail Jarvie, and another whistle and another offside.
They're playing right into the Eagles' hands here. Another offside. I believe that's the 4th one already in this half.
Those numbers aren't going to show up in the stat sheet, but that is all Kaylee Nolt keeping that front line, that back line for the defense so far up in front that it's hard for any opponent to stay onside. 5th one in the afternoon. Barton finds Genzer. Genzer looking across to Mia Sullivan. Sullivan finds a teammate there in Caralucci. Caralucci through the middle, and nobody there. Weigler picks it up.
Yeah, Genzer that time just stopping, and she felt she was in an offside position. You don't really want to do that. I mean, it's not like we have VAR or anything to double check an offside call. So, I mean, even if you do feel you're onside, the referee, the linesman, they could miss that. So you just want to make sure you're playing to the whistle.
Jarvie looking for Genzer, and a big tackle there by Nicholson.
It's a great defensive stand from Nicholson there. It had to be tough in that area. It's so dangerous when you go in, so risky, I should say, rather, because you could just give away a penalty, but she executed it perfectly.
Throw in taken there. So we take a look at this challenge from Nicholson. Very dangerous area being in the box.
Well, that run of Genzer, I mean, she was in on goal if Nicholson didn't intervene there.
We have a substitution. Ami Vithiananthan coming in on the defensive end. Her 7th game of the season. Tallied an assist last week against number 23 Amherst. Lasley has an option, plays one up. Giving chase there is Devin St. Louis, but it's going to go right to the feet of Talia Thompson. And she's going to play it out quickly to DeWitt.
Yeah, just too long in the end, and now you run the risk of being caught on the break.
Avery Barton working into the middle. She has the time. Challenge there. Good save there from Nicholson. And cleared down the field. And it'll be a throw-in for Colby. There's a couple more Colby substitutions coming on. Grace Missett and Jane McGuire both checking into the contest. Key pieces of this second unit for Coach Benjamin. Vithiananthan. St. Louis now finds Tarbox. Tarbox looking for Lasley. Lasley trying to use her speed. And she will get there, play a ball across. And right into the hands of Talia Thompson.
Again, just almost that time for the Eagles. They've just been doing so well when they have had the chances to really get in, but it's just so tough to get by these Colby defenders.
Ball bounces off of Nicholson and out of bounds.
But again, reflecting back to just how their first half went against Umpy, they had all the chances in the world, and they just could not find the back of the net till very late. You got to feel that they're going to need to take any chance that comes to them.
Vithiananthan looking for a teammate, finds Riley Speed there. Speed takes a touch around. Little miscommunication between Speed and Lasley. DeWitt plays one up through the middle. Big challenge there. Sullivan plays one back to Thompson. Thompson having all the time. So we close in on 19 minutes to go here in the first half.
It's been a pretty patient approach from Colby so far. They're just sort of trying to settle themselves into this game. Husson, they're playing with a lot of energy now, and they know that, so they're really, again, as they pass it back here, just slowing down their game, trying to work their way at the Eagles here and force themselves to get into a good scoring position.
Vithiananthan's ball gets put in the middle. Big shot there from Dunn, and a sliding stop from Talia Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson there, she had the read on that one. She had to be quick because that one was heading right to the corner. Again, it's just aggressive approach from the Eagles as they continue to press and win the ball back.
Barton, ball over the top, looking for Caralucci. Caralucci's not going to get there in time.
But moments ago, that chance almost could have been dangerous for the Eagles. Doing a good job in just pouncing on anything that Colby will give them.
2 offensive spark plugs coming in for the Eagles in Laura Martell and Jackie Pangburn. Pangburn making a big case for Rookie of the Year, which would be another one in the tenure of Dennis Mullins.
I mean, just try and find me somebody who's played more consistently and just overall better than her. I don't think you can. She's just been very, very clinical on the offensive end, something that Husson have enjoyed.
Vithian Anthan heads that one underneath of us, and the Eagles will have the opportunity.
6 goals, 2 assists in 10 games so far for Pangburn.
Can really see what that means to her, right? Big throw in here from Taya Gerfen. Nicholson clears that one. Big ball over the top.
And a chance there that time. Isley could have just flicked that header onto speed and Eagles would have been in. It's a great ball from Nicholson.
Ball stolen away. Pangburn to Gerfen. Gerfen into the middle for Tarbox. Tarbox can't get through. And Colby's going to start the counterattack. Looking for Jarvie. This is the matchup we highlighted pregame. Jarvie on Kaylee Knoll. Tarbox couldn't get ahead on that one. Pangburn will give chase to Vithian Anthan. She plays it back to Thompson.
And Kaylee Knoll just really having to clean up 1 or 2 things here, but largely it's been Nicholson on Jarvie that has been really the big focus here. She's been big in closing her down, not giving her too much space, and 1 or 2 tackles that were just inch perfect for her, just in closing down this Colby approach.
Sullivan into the feet of Nicholson. Pangburn plays it back to Gerfen. Gerfen was looking for a run for Pangburn.
That's another time now that Gerfen just a little too much on her weighted passes here, trying to play her just a 1-2, but in the end it just didn't work out for the Eagles.
Thompson, big ball into the middle, looking for Jarvie. Jarvie clears that one down to her defense partners. Martell with the header. Off the head. Pangburn took a little bit of a bump from Ame Vithian Anthan.
A little push in the back, but referee not saying it wasn't quite enough. It is a physical game, this one.
Ball thrown in the tar box. She gets brought down. Colby looking to start on a counterattack. Avery Barton, play ball over the top. Was looking for Jarvie, and it was a little bit behind her. Jarvie working on Kaylee Knoll. Again, matchup of the night right here. Big step from Knoll. Jarvie finds Avery Barton. Barton has that one poked away by Marilla Corletto. Colby's going to have to reset here.
Initially, that ball over the top to Jarvie, just cut down by Nault. That was so crucial. I mean, she gets by Nault there, and she's in on goal.
Foul on the Eagles, so it'll be a free kick. This will be Samantha DeWitt. 4 fouls so far for the Eagles. Ball played in. Good ball in there from DeWitt. Gerfen tried to clear it away. Ball played in. Jarvie, one-on-one with Weigler. She gets a touch around Weigler. The shot in, and nobody's there on the back door.
I don't know if that was a pass or a shot. I don't know why she would be looking to square that ball to the back post there when you're looking at an open net. Husson just got out of a lot of trouble there. It was a great effort to get by Weigler on that one, just not enough to just put it home. I think seeing an open goal just maybe caught her off guard.
Colby trying to start another counterattack. Sullivan plays one up. He's looking there for McGuire. Nicholson cuts to the outside. Stolen away by McGuire. A bad turnover there for the Eagles. Ball played across, cleared away. Fithian Anthan finds a teammate. And another offside against Colby.
We're slowly seeing the pressure being turned up a little bit more in this one. Colby just continuing on their attack. So we see Jarvie go around the keeper, and it's actually a little bit that Weigler gets on it that just pushes it out, forcing her off of balance a little bit, forcing her to try and square it across because she couldn't put enough on it to finish it. That just touched ever so slightly by Weigler was enough.
Fithian Anthan on the back line. Plays one across to DeWitt. DeWitt looking for an option, plays one big and over the top. Caralucci all alone. Nolt giving chase. Poked away by Kaylee Nolt. Colby still has possession though. Caralucci, big tackle there from Nicholson, and it's going to go out of the end line for a corner for Colby.
Well, the duo of Nolt and Nicholson there coming up big in denying Colby these chances. We're starting to see one or two mistakes as Colby continued to just amp up this pressure on Husson here. But again, just an amazing defensive stand there by both Nolt and Nicholson. Have to deal with this corner here.
Louisa Leska will have the corner. Nev Taylor and Amanda Schneider coming in. Big ball in by Leska. And that one goes over the top. Looked to be off the head of Samantha DeWitt coming in on the back end.
Yeah, DeWitt there. He stands at 5'7", so coming into the box, that's very tall presence in there. Just able to win the header, but just not enough.
Goal kick with 11:30 to go.
You're taught as the ball comes in, you always want to get your head down onto the ball and force the ball down, because if you push it up, more than likely that sort of thing's going to happen. It's going to go way over the net.
Corletto trying to flick that one into some offense. Nicholson has to clear it. Well, back and forth here these last couple minutes. Nolt cleared and one up right into the feet of Missit. Martell saving that one from going out of bounds. Tarbox giving pressure. And a whistle. That'll go against Haley Tarbox. Fouled Grace Missit. Del Cole. Missit blew a tire there on that foul. Del Cole with the left foot brings it in. And cleared away by Gerfin. Madison Higgins checking in for the Eagles, along with Catherine Watrous and Fatih Selafu.
Higgins checking in here. She'll come in for Speed, who's had just a great half in closing down Barton over there.
10 to go here in half number one.
Have to see now what Higgins can do with Schneidler.
As Watrous immediately comes into the game and immediately goes offside.
It's kind of been the story of this first half, have those offside calls been. They've just been huge every time the Eagles have needed them. Without them, Colby would have had a lot more chances.
See that pop-up graphic that popped up moments ago. 7 offsides through the first 35 minutes of this one.
We're seeing really just the fruit of Dennis Mullen's labor there. It's really something that they work on consistently in training, and I mean, we can see it here. As you said, 7 offsides. That is a lot. Usually you get that in the course of one game, let alone the first 30 minutes.
Ball played in. That was Paige Dunn. Fithian Anthan scoops up the loose one. Plays it up to McGuire. McGuire back to DeWitt and back to Thompson. Colby trying to reset the offense. They have had all the offensive momentum here in this one. The Eagles putting up 0 shots through the first 32 minutes.
Yeah, it's just been that final ball. It's a similar story against Umpy last week. Just that final ball in, just not quite there for them yet. But I do back them on the counter if they do get a chance. You know, don't be surprised if they put one in the back of the net.
Ball played in, looking for Schneider. Excuse me, Watrous. Ball out of bounds. Substitutions coming on. Some speed will come up top. Speed for speed. Ella Hosford coming in, along with Olivia Charles, who made her season debut on Saturday after returning from injury.
Yeah, and she scored in that one too. A great effort to find the top corner. I have to think that she'll provide some goal threat here for the Eagles.
Ball played in over the top. And another offside. Coach Mullins trying to get some offense going. Ella Hosford broke her high school school record with 61 goals, which is an outstanding number. She ended her high school career with 117 goals. And Olivia Charles will just shoot from anywhere, as we saw in the Umpy game. So two people that will shoot the ball. Coach Mullins trying to get some offense here with 7 minutes to go. Thompson to Vithian Anthan. Vithian Anthan bringing it up. Pressured by Jackie Pangburn. Kaylee Nolt clearing that one. Haley Tarbox looking for an option. Murphy Leung. And that one, in comes Watrous. Watrous is going to not have it. Big tackle from Emma Nicholson. She's been the player of the first half right now, Philip.
Absolutely. Another trouble for the Eagles, but another chance that they got out of it. Emma Nicholson again with a huge tackle as Gerfen was beaten on that one, but again, able to recover have been the Eagles. She has, you're right, Jake, been the story of the half. We'll see it again. Just an amazing tackle there. As Watrous was in.
Ball into the box. This is a dangerous situation for the Eagles, but Laura Martell will clear it out. Nev Taylor finds Watrous. Watrous plays one in with the right foot. Knocked down by Kaylee Nolt.
Good job to knock it down there by Nolt. Fortunately for the Mules, there was nobody in the middle to really get at that ball.
Cleared away by Nicholson. Vithian Anthan's going to have to chase this one down. 5:36 to go. We are knotted up at 0 here at Boucher. Jake Willett, Philip Robarge here up in the booth. This ball's cleared down. Eagles showing a little bit of signs of life here on the offensive end. Seilafu cleans that one out. Charles working 3-on-1, tries to play a ball down, and it'll go over the end line for a goal kick.
Yeah, just not able to find it there with that through ball. A couple of those that the Eagles have struggled with that have just run all the way either out of play or to Thompson in the end. If I were them, I'd stick to just maybe a lot more short passes, try and really connect and play the give and go and try and make some space. They've done a good job in just breaking through this defense when they do have the ball, but it's that long ball that has let them down offensively here.
Leung goes out of bounds. That one bounces off the head of Seilafu, and it'll be a corner. So the first real opportunity here for the Eagles.
Yeah, we'll have to see here now from the corner what the Eagles can do. We've seen them go short in the past. We've seen them just play one into the back post. We've seen them crowd the keeper. A number of options here.
Cassie Schilter coming in for Paige Dunn. Ball played in by Martell. Just misses the head of Jackie Pangburn. Ball still in the offensive zone though. Collision from Null and cleared out by the Mules.
And this is dangerous here for the Eagles. Now the Mules can come attack.
Watrous working on Schilter. The saying, as soon as you enter the game, the ball's going to find you, and it found Schilter there, and a big foul there on the far in the middle of the field. Madison Higgins with 3:30 to go here in the first half. Very good opportunity here for the Mules. Eloisa Leska. It's a free kick about 40 yards out. Big ball in. Weigler couldn't corral it on the bounce. And right there on the doorstep was Watrous.
Yeah, let's see this one again as we see that challenge from Higgins. Just the two of them there. McGuire and Higgins just coming together, both running after the ball. But that chance, Jake, just, again, a little bit of a mistake there from Weigler. Couldn't quite get it.
Let's go ball in, and that one off the head of DeWitt and goes out of bounds, so a goal kick. So a tough chance for the Mules is denied. Weigler now places the ball in the center of the 6-yard box. She will run up, take it with the right foot. One in the air by the Mules. Nolt's just going to have to clear this one out because of the pressure.
Yeah, anywhere will do with that clearance. It's just, again, just so telling of this Husson defense. They're so in tune. They know they need to get the ball out on that scenario.
Gets around Nolt. Ball played in the middle. And cleared out by Charles. Another dangerous opportunity there.
Yeah, the Eagles just have found every way to frustrate Coach Benjamin's team here for the Mules. And again, as this first half wanes down, they're going to look to try and get one before the half.
Coming up here in about a minute and a half, our friends at Performance Physical Therapy, we're going to have a little bit of a halftime show. We'll talk about some first half highlights, some stats, some schedules, and more with our friends from Performance Physical Therapy on their halftime show. Got a minute 20 to go here. Ball played in off the free kick. Hosford showing a little bit of fight and fouls. Gets called for a foul. Got a minute, just about a minute to go here in a deadlock defensive contest.
Yeah, the Mules are trying to push everyone up. Now they really need to just get it themselves in the box and crash to the net here. Anything on goal, they're going to look to try and have people there ready to pounce if the ball goes astray.
Leung loses control of the ball. Tarbox was looking for Pangburn, and that one big clear by Vithian Anthan.
This is a chance for the Eagles now. If you do get, as we see a free kick, what I was going to say is if you do get a chance to get the ball back for the Eagles, you can be on the counter instantly and you can have numbers potentially.
Time winding down. Under 20 seconds to go. Kaylee Nolt. Weigler. One last offensive opportunity. Weigler from the circle. Kicks one up. Into the feet of Schilter with 5 to go. And that one's cleared away. And that'll do it for the first half. And we are knotted up at 0. We'll be back here in a few minutes to start the Performance Physical Therapy halftime show. See you then.
Finding the right vehicle for you and your family can be a daunting task. At Varney Buick GMC, our expert staff is here to make the journey as painless as possible. Our goal is to get you and your family in a vehicle that will best fit into your lifestyle. Communication is key, and our team makes sure to be completely transparent throughout the process, informing you on all of your options. Come experience Varney value, only at Varney Buick GMC.
I like to think about courageous optimism by thinking about the question, do you have the courage to be optimistic? Not every day is a great day, but when it's not, do you have the courage to turn it around, be optimistic, serve the customer, and help them reach their dreams? That's how I think about it. I'm Tony McKim, I'm President and CEO of First National Bank. So I live in Trenton, Maine, grew up in Eastport, Maine. The communities are very similar in that they're close-knit, and the overall 18-branch community is one where we run into people every day that A, we want them to be our customers, but B, we want to help them. Financial goals and dreams again. Whatever we can do to make their lives better through a new home or make their businesses stronger through a line of credit, we want to do that and help them along the way. I had a wonderful interaction with a new customer just last week, and he said, all I want is a bank that doesn't hold me back. Well, we're not going to hold you back.
I chose to go to Husson because of the extended reality program. They have tech here available that I've never seen anywhere else.
As an OT, you're able to branch off into whatever career choice you want because there are so many options.
This is a place where you will be accepted. It really is that home away from home feeling.
Husson is how.
Welcome back into the Husson Eagles Sports Network. I'm Jake Willett. I'm joined alongside Philip Robarge. We are here with the Performance Physical Therapy Halftime Show. Thank you to our friends over there. As we cut to some first half highlights, this game pretty much all Colby on the offensive end. The Eagles couldn't get anything going. Let's walk through here, Philip.
Yeah, again, just an early chance, gets around the keeper Weigler with just that such important touch. Nicholson, we've mentioned how good of a half she's had as Kepaluzzi was in there, but for the Eagles, not too much offense as far as they're concerned. Had a couple of chances here, as we'll see. Gerfen beating her defender and just not able to find the oncoming run of Madison Higgins. But it's been all Colby. And that woman right there, Nicholson, has been the bane of Jarvis' existence so far this half. Another shot from Dunn. Just unlucky for the Eagles so far.
Those are some first half highlights. We take a look at some stats. Again, when these pop up on the screen here, these are going to be a lot in favor of Colby. 9 shots to 1 in favor of Colby. Weigler's had to make a few saves. She's saved all 3. 6 corners for Colby, 9 offsides. That's the big number right there. 9 offsides to 0. This game could be 4-0, 5-0, but 9 offsides really halts momentum.
You hit it right on the head there. Dennis Mullins, again, as we mentioned, just so well drilled. He drills his team in making sure that they are solid in the back, no mistakes. And when you have so much speed as these forwards do for Colby, you are going to make sure that if you can't come back there, that if you're going to make sure that they're in an offside position, that their play is going to be forced to stop.
First part of our Performance Physical Therapy Halftime Show. I'm Jake Willett. I'm joined with Philip Robarge. We'll see you in a minute here.
A lifetime of firsts led us here. First baby, first game, first global pandemic. But where others see setbacks, First National Bank sees steps forward. We see hard work, resilience, persistence, a dreamer, a doer, a difference maker. Some banks invest in plans. We invest in people. Community First by First National Bank. Dig in together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The hands-on experience is such a crucial part of education, period.
The faculty are incredible. They work so hard to make sure that all their students have what they need to succeed.
There's all kind of opportunities, and I'm just very grateful knowing that I have a job lined up full-time when I graduate, and that is all thanks to coming to Husson.
Finding the right vehicle for you and your family can be a daunting task. At Varney Buick GMC, our expert staff is here to make the journey as painless as possible. Our goal is to get you and your family in a vehicle that will best fit into your lifestyle. Communication is key, and our team makes sure to be completely transparent throughout the process, informing you on all of your options. Come experience Varney value, only at Varney Buick GMC.
Take 4, 3, take 3.
We've got a great show, everyone. Thanks for coming.
I need shots, guys.
Scene 4, take 4.
Jake Willett here with you on the Performance Physical Therapy Halftime Show. I'm joined alongside Philip Robarge here. You're not supposed to really look ahead when you're in the middle of a game, but let's look ahead right here. Let's break some rules here. Let's look at what's coming up for Colby here.
Yeah, again, they've got Middlebury College at home. That game will be at 11. And they go away, MMA, Trinity as well. They'll be back home just for a small stint against Wesleyan University, and then going away at Bates. That will be their final matchup. That should be a good one, Jake.
Yeah, we'll flip sides here for Coach Dennis Mullins and the Eagles. The New York road trip on the horizon. SUNY Cobleskill, SUNY Delhi. Then they return back home the 15th against Plymouth State. And homecoming weekend against UMaine Farmington, and they go to Keene State on the 19th.
Yeah, again, I'm looking to that Farmington game, Jake, as one. Natalie Tracy, of course, all the goals for the Farmington side. Be interesting to see Pangburn versus Tracy in that one.
Take a look at some second half adjustments here for Coach Dennis Mullins as we see him talking to the team down here. Philip, what do the Eagles have to do differently in that first half to get some stuff on the score sheet here in the second?
Well, I think they've been doing a lot well so far. Their defending has been good when they've needed to be. Maybe they've relied on it just a little bit too much. Their passing has been maybe a little bit has left to be desired in that, and that might be what Dennis Mullins is telling them, because, it's when they can't get it swung around as much, they are forcing Colby to sort of press them, and Colby are able to take the ball off them very, very easily. But as far as they're concerned, it's been a really, really good half for them. Knotted at 0. They haven't given too much away. They've played well with their offside traps. They're just going to need to continue to put their nose to the grindstone and have another good half like that. They would want to see just a little bit more again in the offensive zone. They're going to want to see just maybe 1 or 2 breakaways in their favor. Try to catch Colby out, as we mentioned, get them on their back foot as they'll be looking to attack more and more this half, but just trying to get them on their back foot and maybe sneak in a goal.
Thanks to our friends at Performance Physical Therapy for sponsoring our favorite time of the year, the halftime show. Jake Willett, Phil Burbarge. We'll be back in a flash. Don't turn away.
Husson really does an exceptional job at making sure the students are prepared for the workforce.
The hands-on experience is such a crucial part of education, period.
I've gone to my professors for exam reviews. They're just always there and willing to help you.
A lifetime of firsts led us here. First baby, first game, first global pandemic. But where others see setbacks, First National Bank sees steps forward. We see hard work, resilience, persistence, a dreamer, a doer, a difference maker. Some banks invest in plans. We invest in people. Community First by First National Bank. Dig in together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Finding the right vehicle for you and your family can be a daunting task. At Varney Buick GMC, our expert staff is here to make the journey as painless as possible. Our goal is to get you and your family in a vehicle that will best fit into your lifestyle. Communication is key, and our team makes sure to be completely transparent throughout the process, informing you on all of your options. Come experience Varney value, only at Varney Buick GMC.
Take 4, 3, 3, take 3.
We've got a great show, everyone. Thanks for coming.
I need shots, guys.
Scene 4, take 4.
Welcome back into Boucher Field. We are knotted up at 0 here on a brisk Tuesday night in Bangor, Maine. Talia Thompson, Madison Weigler, they have both been very solid in the net. Thompson not having to do a lot with her hands, only making a couple stops, but she's been doing it with the feet, getting the offense facilitated. Weigler has been solid in the pipes for Dennis Mullins and the Eagles.
And we've seen Thompson, of course, their game plan for Colby is to play it out of the back. We mentioned their patient approach that they look to take to the Eagles in this one. They're not looking to just get theirs really quick like the Eagles would be on the counterattack. They know that they can get more possession on the ball. They know that Husson are going to sit back and defend. And so again, as we mentioned, Talia Thompson having to keep herself fresh with the most action that she's seen so far in the warm-ups. But on the other side for the Eagles, Addison Weigler has been really big when the Eagles have needed her. And she, again, that just final touch to get just a little bit on that ball to keep Jarvis from an open net is incredible. And Husson are going to have to rely on her to be key in this one again.
Still getting some words of encouragement down there for Dennis Mullins in his 5th season at the helm. Over 50 wins coming into this one.
And they will be words of encouragement because Husson have played really well, Jake. They have hardly put a foot wrong this half, and that's saying something considering how other NESCAC schools have come in here and slammed them with 2 or 3 maybe. So it's certainly been a good half for as far as the Eagles are concerned. And if they can get a goal, they can swing momentum completely in this one.
Thompson still warming up again a little bit. Working with goalkeeper coach Yuri Nascimento, who came over from the University of Maine last season. He was a big part in their success in the pipes for the Black Bears. Again, most action that she's really seen has been this little stretch of warm-ups.
To say, look at you with the knowledge. I would not have known that.
It kind of helps when you're at the other school and you kind of can get that going.
Well done, Jake.
But we are wrapping up here. Little warm-ups coming in, trying to get some action. See a couple Colby players yapping it up down there.
Yeah, again, it's just fun. A little bit of sort of correction. I mean, again, they haven't had the half. They've been so frustrated from Nicholson, who is, we cannot sing her praises enough. She's had a great half for the Eagles. She's been crucial in those tackles, and then giving Kaylee Null the ability to not have to do so much as she always does. It's just been so good for the Eagles to have that.
Second half underway in a matter of moments here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. See you then.
Take 4, 3, take 3.
We've got a great show, everyone. Thanks for coming.
I need shots, guys.
Scene 4, take 4.
This school has something for everybody. You will feel welcome here the second that you come.
The student to professor ratio is actually pretty small. I've been able to work closely with every single one of my professors.
I initially went to a community college. I took a tour and I was like, okay, I could definitely see myself here. And I'm glad I made that choice to come here for sure.
We are so back here at Boucher Field. Jake Willett, Philip Robarge here with you. Getting ready for second half action. Teams will flip sides of the field. We still got 5 seconds left. I'm cutting ahead of myself. And we are getting down to the wire. Horn sounds for the end of halftime. 45 minutes will get thrown up on the good old scoreboard to our left. And now the Eagles will start second half possession. Dennis Mullins breaking down the team down in front of their bench. Weigler leads the way out for the Eagles.
Yeah, and just again, for Colby, you're going to want to rely a lot more on their wide players. We saw Barton in the opening minutes of that game really just able to get the ball in and able to get herself in a position to put the cross in. And towards the end of that second half, it was just all Caraluzzi, and Husson are going to have to continue to maintain their watchful eye on her because she has just danced around their defense. And again, with that substitution of speed, Higgins for speed, you know, that could be telling this half to see it might come down to 1 or 2 substitutions for the Eagles. Got to make sure, though, you have those fresh legs in there, especially with just the pace of those wingers.
Pretty much the original starters for Dennis Mullins. Devin St. Louis opens up the second half. Paige Dunn will play it down. Was looking for Addie Lasley. Colby going to start the offensive break, and it's quickly denied. Taya Gerfin now on the far side, working on Mia Sullivan. Quick passing. The right idea there between Dunn and Gerfin. She couldn't connect. And ball loose in the middle. Scooped up by Madison Genzer. She finds Avery Barton, and you guessed it, it's another offsides. The 10th one of the contest, first of the half.
And you can see the frustration there is a little bit after the whistle there from Barton. Just running into speed there. Again, not happy that that offside call was given, but I mean, it was clear.
Ball played up by Kaylee Knoll.
That could absolutely be part of Husson's game plan. They can capitalize on that. Just the frustration of this Colby team and all these offsides and all these chances that had not gone their way.
Riley Speed plays one into the middle from Marilla Corletto. Playing it back to the player of the first half, Emma Nicholson. I know it's an unofficial player of the first half, but she really was the player of the first half. Nicholson, big ball over the top. Was looking to the feet of Devin St. Louis. Devin St. Louis coming in, freshly named North Atlantic Conference Player of the Week this past week for her performance on Senior Day against Umpy.
Yeah, she was just stellar in that one, setting up her teammates well as she always does and getting up on the score sheet too.
And cleared away by the Colby defense. That was Kylie Thorpe. Taya Gerfin working on that far end. Throw in for the Mules. Again, if you're just joining us, you haven't missed much. I'm Jake Willett, joined alongside Philip Robarge as Emma Nicholson working on the defensive end, stopping Abigail Jarvie. And ball cleared up by Taya Gerfin right to the feet of Addie Lasley. Lasley looking for an offensive option into space. It's Lindsay Reed. Lindsay Reed is going to take a touch to the right, and she's going to get tripped up. And it's going to go down across the end line for a goal kick.
Yeah, just denying her the space there was Avery Delcold, not letting her get around goal side. But a great chance here from the Eagles. They're seeing, again, just quite a bit more of the ball than they did in the first half. But similar story of that first half, not able to just make that final ball in and really give themselves a chance at scoring.
Jarvie had an opportunity and a big tackle from Nicholson. And Nicholson gets shoved down by Jarvie. Jarvie can take a shot with the right foot right into the back of Kaylee Knoll. Barton tries to play one across. She gets the ball, and Kaylee Knoll clearing that one away.
Again, Knoll there just having to put herself in that right position. She's going to have to do that with the tackles that Nicholson will be putting in. If she does get it wrong, she's going to be there as that final wall before the goalkeeper. See this one again. Doesn't look like she got much of the ball there.
Big ball from Barton off the post.
Yeah, that one caught Weigler very much off guard. Caught everybody off guard as, again, that one just hits the post. Scary situation for the Eagles there, but again, more frustration for Colby. They're just not at it today as they would have wanted to be. Of course, the last time these two played, it was 6-0 to them.
Weigler takes the goal kick, flicked over top by Marilla Corletto. Big tackle, big collision down on the other end. As the clock will stop, and he will get a talking to. That is Annie Liebeck.
Yeah, Liebeck just went flying in there, and again, that one's going to sting a little for Paige Dunn as She didn't get any of the ball in that one, just got all of her foot.
Kaylee Nolt, big ball in. Tarbox plays it back to Speed. Speed trying to play one into the middle. Knocked down. That was Lasley that knocked it down. Big touch there. Lasley back to Speed. Speed looking for an option. Fakes the pass. And it's stolen away down on the other end. That was intended for Lindsay Reed, but Kaylee Nolt's going to step in and say, that's my ball, not yours. Nolt plays it across to Nicholson.
That's where it's going to be a little bit dangerous for the Eagles trying to play it across. You've got to make sure that that ball across is a good one, otherwise Colby are in.
Colby, like Philip mentioned, are in, but cleared out by Marilla Corletto. Tarbox with the pressure. Liebig goes to the right and plays one deep down into Eagles territory. Nobody's there except for Madison Genzer. Genzer plays the ball in with the right foot, cleared out by Kaylee Nolt.
Yeah, Claire Walsh in there making her run, just not able to get the service that she would have wanted.
Bumped off by Taya Gerfin and into the midst of Maddie Weigler.
Not a hard save, but one that you like as a goalkeeper. It gives you that insurance to know that you're still in control of this game.
That's what we call in the goalkeeping world a stat padding. Stat padder right there. Big tackle attempt from Paige Dunn, and she's going to foul Abigail Jarvie.
Yeah, not a great challenge from Dunn there, but again, now it's a free kick opportunity for Colby. You see again, right through the back, did get a little bit of the ball. That's why it won't be a card, but again, always dangerous when you go out from the back like that.
Ball cleared away.
Great clear there by Nolt.
Throw in for Mia Sullivan. Headed away by Gerfin, and Sullivan will take another toss. Eagles trying to clear that one out. Collision there between Tarbox and Liebig. And Liebig's going to get booked.
Yeah, no surprise there. But again, it just wasn't the best of challenges. He impeded her progress there, and seeing Emma Nicholson just having a word with the referee there. Don't know what's that about, but they're both smiling.
I don't know. She probably cracked a joke. And she's trying to sneak a couple extra feet. Nicholson puts the right hand up. She will take this one and give it a good one. And right out of bounds.
And maybe that challenge there, although it wasn't quite as bad as some of the other ones, it's just maybe a sign from the referee that this game is in his control and he will not tolerate any physicality that's illegal.
Nolt trying to clear that one away. That's going to go over the end line. Riley Speed thought about it, but then dropped it off for Avery Delcole. Delcole finds one in the middle. Big collision there. And Lindsay Reed's going to draw a foul.
Yeah, Genzer not happy with that one.
Reed wearing the purple captain's band for Coach Dennis Mullins. And her captain teammate, Kaylee Nolt, will take this one at the midfield line. Nolt letting the offense set up. Big ball over the top. Knocked down by a Colby player. Corletto hits one with the left foot. Little ping pong action here in the defensive third of Colby. Nicholson going to clear one up. Tarbox gets through. St. Louis. Addie Lasley bumps that one down. And that's going to be deep in the Colby territory. 36 minutes just about to go here in the second half. We are still knotted up at zeros. Ball played over the top.
Just feel that if Husson can get a chance with the way this game has been going for them, that they will take it. And again, we mentioned momentum swings that this game can have. A goal for Husson here while Colby are on the back foot and angry. Obviously being cautioned, and very physical game that can really just sort of stem their tide and again put the favor of the game back in the Eagles' hands.
And Lindsay Reed knocks that one down and cleared away by Kaylee Nault. Nicholson gets beat by Jarvie. This is a dangerous opportunity. Big tackle from Nicholson. And that one goes out for a throw, and another huge tackle from Emma Nicholson.
Well, again, it's just picture perfect. Absolutely there when she needed them the most. Let's see this one again. It is just that final touch that's just too big for Jarvie there that allows Nicholson to just get on the ground and get to it first. That is an incredible tackle.
Ball bumped out for another Colby throw. Jarvie's going to have a rip at one. Knocked down by Kaylee Nault in the middle. Sullivan. Good offensive pressure. Corletto clears that one away. Lasley, one-on-one, spins, gets through. Big touch. Good work from Mia Sullivan to get back in time.
Again there, that just breaks down as Husson being a little too patient there and just trying to find a pass. Allowing the Mules to get it back, but
Kaylee Nault to Riley Speed. Speed working through the middle. Knocked down by St. Louis. She puts one into the box and is headed away. There by Thorpe. Taya Gerfin. Ball in with the left foot. Was looking for Lasley. Couldn't get there.
Again, Caroluzzi there as she did moments ago. Able to get there first and charge in.
Jarvie bumps Kaylee Nault to the floor. Riley's Speed knocks it away. Off the foot of Avery Barton. And it'll be an Eagles throw with 33-35 to go. Speed throws one over the top. Tarbox couldn't get there in time. This one looks to be going over the end line, and it will. So Weigler will have a goal kick opportunity. As we see Grace Missett checking in for Annie Liebeck, who got the yellow just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, maybe not the substitution that Coach Benjamin would have wanted to make this soon, but again, you've got to bring on Missett in this scenario, maybe just because of that physicality in this game. Again, not the worst of challenges that are happening, but they're accumulating at a rate that the referee does not like.
Barton all alone. Working one-on-one with Nault. Nault, big tackle!
Oh, just beautiful defense by the Eagles there again. Nicholson and Nault now this time. She didn't get sold by the fake, and she was able to just get a foot in there, make a tackle, putting it out for a corner. What a great play. As we see here, not sold by that fake. She knew that she was just going to try and go goal side.
Corner was played in and knocked away by a Mule. So the Eagles will have a goal kick. Madison Higgins to check into the contest for the first time here in the second half. She replaces Riley Speed.
Again, just the same instructions as Riley Speed has had. Madison Higgins will have again, stay tight to Barton on that side. Don't let her out of your sight.
Marilla Corletto knocks that one over the top. Devin St. Louis plays the ball for Higgins. Higgins finds the ball immediately. Ball crossed and couldn't find Tarbox.
Yeah, it was a nice idea there.
Gets bumped. And a whistle. That's going to go on Lindsay Reed. Coach Dennis Mullins visibly frustrated down on the sideline.
Oh, again, it was a good overlapping run there by Higgins and a good ball in early, just unable to find her target as the attack broke down there. But again, the Eagles having to adjust here now with Higgins in the game.
Tarbox dumps it off to Nicholson. Kaylee Null surveying the field. Has time and space. She's going to take it. She plays the ball in with the right foot. Right into miss it. Colby starting to counterattack. Ball played up and out of the reach of Genzer.
Yeah, Genzer maybe one or two questions if she would have been in an offside position there, but definitely tight.
Goalie coach Matt Goodman giving Weigler some directions. Just about 30 minutes to go. Weigler, big punt with the right foot. Bounces once. And Barton will play it back. Ball cleared up the middle, knocked down. And into the coaches for Colby. Ami Vithiananthan checking in. Barton working on Higgins. And Nicholson will clear that one away.
Again, good approach there. Higgins was sold, but Nicholson saw that coming. Able to get it clear.
Delcole gets bumped off the ball. Barton will be there. Lindsay Reed attempted a tackle. Big slide tackle. Clears that one. Delcole finds DeWitt. DeWitt, big ball in. And another offside against Colby.
And again, Eagles not fooled. They know what's coming. They know they're going to try and make those run to the far post, to the near post, in the box, trying to get in those scoring positions. Just a tremendous job by the Eagles here.
Kaylee Null to take the free kick. Fatih Salifu coming in to the substitution square. As Delcole loses a tire on the field. This is a dangerous opportunity. Barton, big tackle from Nicholson, cleared out by Kaylee Null.
Wow, that just miscommunication on that one from Colby, but what a job by the Eagles to get back on defense there.
Another opportunity. Nicholson falls down, walks in, cleared away. Jarvie corrals, shoots with the right, blocked by Higgins, cleared away by Corletto. Delcole, ball's ping-ponging away. Jarvie gave chase, bumps into Weigler, but Weigler scoops it up with calm, cool, and collected.
And back to that break moments ago, how Colby didn't converge on that. They had numbers and they were through on goal. They had two women forward on that one, not able to get the pass across. Again, Husson just finding every single way they can to frustrate them in this game.
Tarbox had an opportunity there. Miss it. Playing it back to Vithiananthan. Vithiananthan plays it across to Delcole. Delcole plays up the middle. Jarvie all alone. She's onside. 1-0. Jarvie moves around. Big save by Weigler!
Wow. Madison Weigler having to be big. Wasn't fooled. She tried to get around her in the first half. And again, just a great play. I want to see this one again. It's a late decision by Jarvie to try and go around her. She wasn't sure if she was going to try and chip her. Danger not done, though.
Barton plays one in with the left. Poked away by Weigler.
Well, Weigler now just having to stand on her head. Those are two great chances for Colby here. But again, Weigler coming up big.
Group of substitutions coming in for Colby. Salifu, McGuire, and Schneider coming in on this corner.
But such a calm presence in net for the Eagles. Coming up big twice.
Corners up, off the head of DeWitt. McGuire at her feet, shoots one with the left. It's poked on, but saved there by Weigler.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a dangerous flick back to the goalie there. You try and clear it out with your head, but again, just the wrong deflection. That one could have ended up in the back of the net. So again, Weigler showing her awareness there by making sure that she can get onto it.
Ball ping-ponging around in the middle. Ball cleared up. St. Louis is going to have a chance at this as she can get past DeWitt. DeWitt cuts back into the middle. And ball cleared up to McGuire. Salifu just checking in. Finds Miss It. Miss It back to DeWitt. DeWitt through the middle. Knocked down was McGuire, so it's a foul on the Eagles.
Again, just that attack by Husson breaking down due to the foul, but they're going to need to find that final ball through if they're going to really try and look to get a goal here. Their attack so far breaking down, again, mostly in those areas. Something they want to work on if they want to grab one.
Samantha DeWitt plays a ball over the top. There's Schneider. Schneider working on Higgins. Ball played across. Off the foot there of Claire Walsh. And it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Walsh again there, just not able to really trap it or even flick it on the net there. But in the end, it's just off target.
First-year phenom Jackie Pangburn checking into the contest, looking to put one in the back of the net and get on the score sheet for the Eagles. Weigler, goal kick. Ball flipped up, and Jarvie offsides. I believe that's the 12th offsides of the contest for Colby. Kaylee Knoll plays it back to Emma Nicholson. Corletto, quick touch back to Kaylee Knoll.
I think as we wind down here, it's going to be, we're going to see more and more of Colby pressing Husson off the ball and getting numbers up, looking to play with possession, and then maybe even try and look to play on the counter. They can employ both strategies.
Colby clearing that one away. Dunn finds Pangburn, was looking for Gerfin. Couldn't get that one to go.
But it'll be interesting to see how Husson approach this. I mean, they can continue on relying on their defense, who have played exceptionally well. Weigler, and again, really anybody that comes into that line, whether it be Higgins or Nicholson, Nault, all of them. But I mean, you got to feel that they have a chance here to get a goal and maybe put more numbers forward and try and play a little bit more with possession. But in doing that, you would be risking a lot on defense. And it's just, at this point, you just don't know what you'd rather have. Dennis Mullins has a lot of time here still to figure that out. But he'll have to see here how the game has been ebbing and flowing so far. It's been the defense that has had to stand up quite a lot, but we'll have to see if that one changes, if Dennis Mullins will then change himself.
Nev Taylor, Catherine Watrous, and Eloisa Leska all checked in for Colby in that little stretch. Ball knocked out. Good fan support from that single group of guys over there on that far bleacher.
You're saying they're all single?
I don't know, maybe. I was trying to go for the single bleacher, and then I just couldn't get the words out.
You said the single group of guys.
Yep, whatever. Weigler knocks it down. We have fun in the booth.
We do.
Ball knocked down by Haley Tarbox.
I think they might take offense to that, Jake.
Maybe. But who knows? Nicholson working on the defensive end along with Gerfin. Gerfin clears that one away from Watrous. Little pushing and shoving. No whistle called there, and it's going to be a throw in for Colby. Loose ball on the field. And here comes the throw from Nev Taylor. Pangburn knocks it down. Cleared down by Kaylee Nault. And it'll be a corner for Colby. Under 21 minutes to go.
Yeah, not too many opportunities from the set piece, from the corner rather. 3 this half for Colby. We'll have to see here what they do.
Leska, big ball in with the right. Knocked down by Nault. It's got to be cleared away by the Eagles. Pangburn, little miscommunication on the far end. That one's cleared out. And Corletto, St. Louis gets it down to midfield. Danger averted from the Eagles. Nicholson plays the ball over the top. Was looking for either Devin St. Louis or Jackie Pangburn. Ball played back to Talia Thompson from Ami Vithianathan.
And we're seeing Corletto there, she's almost reduced to that center back role. Husson almost going with 5 at the back, really just trying to ensure that nothing gets through their back line.
Higgins, big ball into the box. Pangburn trying to get an opportunity. And good defense there from Samantha DeWitt.
Yeah, again, DeWitt there, that's a tough role, having to try and shield the ball from Jackie Pangburn. She did it well.
Weigler plays one into Watrous, who finds Jarvie. Corletto, big clear.
It was just that final touch that let her down there. Again, the Mules having more of the same of that issue as of late. That's just that final ball that allows the Eagles, who are already in a good position, whether it be Nicholson or Higgins or Nault, to really able to get a foot onto it to try and make a play.
Olivia Charles there. She just checked in for the Eagles. Murphy Leung checks in. She's wearing 35. She's about in midfield right now for the Mules. 2 offensive weapons coming into this one. Taylor gets a toss in. McGuire looking for Schneider. Good work from Nicholson to shield and clear that one to the side.
Yeah, the Eagles, when they're in possession, they do need to hold on to the ball more. They have to really have the time to get their options up, try and get it out to the wings. They haven't been able to do that so far, so they bring in Charles really to try and someone they know is good on the ball, who can hold it for them as well as create.
Vithianathan was looking for Leung. Salifu. Ball cleared down, but right to the feet of Fatih Salifu. She moves in, plays the ball in with the left. Nobody there on the back door, cleared away.
That was Taya Gerfin there, just able to stop that one from going out for a corner. But again, nobody, as you mentioned, Jake, on that back post for the Mules.
Big shot in with the left from Taylor. Goes off the head of McGuire. Leung plays the ball in with the left. Big poke save by Weigler, cleared away. There by Kaylee Nault.
Yeah, all Weigler could do there is push it out and hope that one of her defenders can get on the end of it. And they did that time. Husson getting out of a big chance there. They're not done, though.
Salifu, cross with the left. Cleared away. Charles plays into the open space, but cleared away by Nev Taylor. Good work on the defensive end by Taylor.
Now just too much on that ball. Just you want to get that into her more direct. As it is, you give that possession away, you give the chance away. A great breakaway that Husson could have had there.
16:40 to go here in half number 2. Eagles looking to try and get something on the offensive end. Grace miss it. Plays the ball up. Murphy Leung can't get there in time. It'll be a throw-in for the Eagles.
Yeah, smart switch here from Dennis Mullins, rushing Riley Speed on. As we'll see a little bit of a position change here as Higgins will be pushed into that center back role to replace Corletto, who had been previously playing that. Now they'll push Speed onto the wing there to try and close down that space that has been given up so far from that left side.
DeWitt plays one into space. Ami Vithianathan plays it over to Mia Sullivan. Spin there by Miss It. Ball played up, knocked down and out of bounds there by Taya Gerfin. About 15 and a half to go in regulation. Again, Jake Willett, Philip Robarge here in the booth at Boucher. And Nev Taylor gets a throw into the middle. Riley Speed's going to clear that one away. And it's going to go over the sideline for a throw in deep in the Eagles' territory. Fatih Salifu gets it off. Slide challenge there from Kaylee Knoll.
We're seeing it automatically, the addition of Riley Speed there, just in taking away those opportunities.
A little miscommunication there from Nichols and Weigler, but Weigler picks it up. Eagles trying to get something started. Punt. Taken on by Gerfin. Gerfin looking for Jackie Pangburn. Pangburn can't get there in time. Nev Taylor will have a toss for Colby, as we will get a substitution. It'll be Avery Barton coming back on for Murphy Leung. Claire Walsh also looking to check in. DeWitt clearing that one away. Eagles trying to get something on the offensive end. Riley Speed uses her head, gets it, and he can't get to Pangburn.
Again, Husson there just unable to really capitalize on that big ball. When they are in those situations, it's more of a 1-on-3 for them. So even if someone like Pangburn is able to get onto it, it's going to be difficult for her to do anything with it if she doesn't have any support.
Good challenge there from Salifu. Ball played into the middle. And Schneider whistled for an offside. Another opportunity for the Mules goes awry via the offside. "13 offsides in the contest. All of them are called against Colby. Kaylee Knoll. Ball up over the top, looking for Olivia Charles. Riley Speed loses Miss It. Miss It, step over, play over. There's Avery Barton. 2-on-2. Barton and Knoll. Big tackle there from Kaylee Knoll, and it'll be a corner for Colby.
Oh, Barton there just maybe taking a little too long. It was great coverage by Nicholson on Jarvie there, not allowing her to get any sort of room. As we see it again, Barton just taking a little too long, looking for the oncoming runs of both Watrous and Jarvie.
Big corner. Off the head, and in the back of the net! Colby takes a 1-0 lead with 12:33 to go.
I believe it was Claire Walsh, or no, absolutely Samantha DeWitt on that one, just rising above everybody else. It's poor marking in the end for the Eagles. That's what's going to cost them. She was just left open, and the ball played into her beautifully, able to just slot it home. The Eagles have to be frustrated with that one. They played a great game defensively. Weigler's been great in net, and in the end, just poor marking, giving away that goal.
First goal of the season there for Samantha DeWitt in her 10th game of the season. Eagles have to get something going now. Time keeps ticking away. Colby with a 1-0 lead thanks to Samantha DeWitt.
Well, time is now for the Eagles. They have to capitalize on something.
Pangburn is looking in the middle. Nicholson loses that one. Schneider has an opportunity. And fouled by Nicholson. She's not happy about it. And Emma Nicholson's gonna get booked.
Yeah, the yellow card there, just, I mean, she was through on goal, and again, anytime you get taken down like that, or more often than not, if it's a clear goal scoring chance, we'll see it again here. Little bit of a push, and that was enough. Of course, you can't really do too much of that. Of course, the player's gonna look to go down, look to get a challenge there, so just, again, Nicholson unable to really stop that threat. I'll leave a free kick as the wall gets pushed back more. Chance here, maybe you go for goal, maybe you just play one across. You do have an option short there with DeWitt.
Claire Walsh to take the free kick. Whistle blows. Walsh in with the left and wide. She was going for goal, but was looking far post, couldn't get it there.
Now again, the Eagles just finding themselves behind here. They're going to have to find a response. And again, it's just got to come with a lot more time on the ball. You've given away a goal now. Now it's time to take some chances offensively. If you go 2-0 down, at some point it just becomes...
Ball played through to Barton. Barton working on speed. Gets through the legs of Speed. Ball played out in the middle. Shot! And goes wide.
Oh, a big chance there. And again, just putting it wide. As Claire Walsh there, that time just not able to put that one on net. A huge chance for Colby there. You go 2-0 up at this stage, and you can almost wrap it up. But as it stands, Husson now still have a chance.
Clock stopped due to the substitution for Colby, and it's Avery Delco that makes the appearance. Ball played down. Pangburn finds Charles. In the middle, Higgins. More ping pong action. Nolt gonna have to chase this one down. She will. Ball played over the top. Olivia Charles was there, couldn't get a foot on it. Delco, ball played in with the left. Schneider all alone. Weigler comes out. And another offside.
Again, another offside there, but what a beautiful ball it was over the top to Schneider. Again, unfortunate, caught in an offside position. Colby just looking more and more threatening as this game winds down. It's going to take a lot for the Eagles to get back in this one.
Nicholson, big ball over the top. Pangburn finds it. Plays Gerfin. Gerfin decides to go back to Dunn. Dunn looking for Charles into the feet of Missett.
Yeah, just too patient there from the Eagles. Again, you just can't afford to be doing that when you are down.
50 and Anthan playing a good ball over top. Nicholson with a challenge. It's going to go off of Nicholson and in for a corner. This is where the Mules scored their first one.
Yeah, again, it's just for the Eagles, you got to ensure that your marking is there. You don't want to repeat of what happened last time, that ball coming in at that 6-yard box. You got to make sure anybody that comes in there is met with a marker.
Goes off the leg of Nolt. Left alone. DeWitt had another opportunity. Weigler came out for a dive. Couldn't get her hands on it. Barton plays DeWitt. DeWitt cross over the middle. Fine there in the back. Nobody's there. Another big opportunity for the Mules, and nobody was there on the back post.
Well, another reprieve for the Eagles. That ball was just crying out for somebody to just poke it home, anything. But again, the Eagles getting out of trouble there.
Haley Tarbox checking in. Clock winding down as we approach 9 minutes remaining. Samantha DeWitt put the Mules up 1-0 on a corner. Big shove off the ball. It's going to be a Colby throw after the side official said it was an Eagles throw.
The referee overruling there. So this one again. And that one does look to go right off of Walsh. Referee got that one wrong.
Oh, they just whistled a foul. Okay, they whistled a foul. Vithian Anthony's going to take the free kick.
Yeah, the overruling was for the throw, and that would have gone to the Eagles. Again, it was called back for that foul. It was a clear shove in the end by Charles.
Speed bumps that one out of bounds with her head. Del Cole with the throw. Ball knocked down by Schneider. Del Cole, cross in, cleared away. Throw in again for Del Cole.
And now it's a case for Colby. Now you really can be patient. You're up in this game. You really don't have to force it when it comes to your offensive tempo.
Lindsay Reed gets knocked down. And a card has been issued. So the second one, this one goes against Avery Barton.
Yeah, just a little too cynical from Barton there. Coming in with a shoulder. She's maybe lucky not to be the worse off in that one. She's getting a yellow for that. It's just not a great play up near the head. Got to be careful in those situations.
7:44 to go. Kaylee Nault with the free kick. That's a good one. Tarbox gets there. Lasley trying to spark the offense. Ball gets bumped out, and it goes the way of the Mules. Whistle blows. Clock will stop. Barton is replaced by Ella Caralucci.
Yeah, she's got to come off Barton for that one again. Anytime you're on a yellow and game is as chippy as this one is turning into be, you do not want to have any sort of more discipline as a red that would suspend you for a game.
Kaylee Nault called for a foul after a push. Del Cole leaves it for DeWitt, the goal scorer. DeWitt plays it over the top. Wagler comes out and makes the save. Less than 7 minutes to go. Higgins bumps that one out of bounds. Colby will take the throw. It'll be Avery Del Cole. Del Cole gets it into McGuire. Schneider, offside.
That has just been running to perfection for the Eagles. Another offside against the Mules now. Now is the time, Jake, to really put one forward. Getting later in the games, not too many more chances. You got to get a shot at this point. Doesn't matter if you're standing 40 yards out. Get a shot in and crash the net.
Opportunity here. DeWitt clears that one. It'll be a throw for the Eagles. Tarbox into Speed, back to Tarbox. Cleared out by Del Cole.
Again, breaking down there, but you want to get really a quick throw in and then immediately get that ball in for a cross into the box. We're seeing the Eagles now piling in.
Maddie Higgins will throw this one in. Big throw on the foot of Paige Dunn. Couldn't get anything going. Speed, big touch, and cleared out by Colby.
Yeah, we saw the idea there from Paige, really trying to swing a foot at it and get a shot away. Unlucky.
A little bit of a break there for Colby. Eagles trying to get something going. 5 minutes to go here in regulation. Eagles down 1-0. Jarvie knocks that one away. Schneider working on Nicholson. Back to Jarvie. Jarvie takes a touch with the right foot. Dan puts it in the back of the net. Abigail Jarvie puts in a goal. Big insurance goal for the Mules with 4:52 to go.
Well, let's see this one again. Just breaks away from her defender. Weigler just can't catch up to that one. Just over her. And 2-0 to the Mules now. That is, as you said, Jake, the goal that they really wanted. The Eagles there a couple of moments ago, unlucky not to get that one whistled back for a handball. They would have felt that they should have had a free kick on the Colby half, but as it is, Colby charged back the other way and get a goal.
Ailey Irons checking in for Coach Dennis Mullins. Jarvie's goal was her 7th of the season. We highlighted her pregame as she is replaced by Catherine Watrous.
Well, clinical, Jake. Again, finding a way, even in the midst of all those challenges by Nicholson, the frustration in the back line with Nault, again, the offsides, she still finds a way to get a goal in this game. Just shows you how great of a player she is.
Charles is trying to find a teammate. Big cross from Riley Speed. There is Irons. Ailey Irons plays the ball back into the middle. Nobody's there. DeWitt clears that one out of the way. McGuire plays it back. Del Cole with the left foot. Plays it in. Genzer, offside!
Well, the Eagles now, again, having played the offside trap and catching the Mules out again. Now is the time for Dennis Mullins to send everybody up. 2-0 down. You can't really worry about defense too much. If you do concede a third, oh well, at that point, you really do need now the time not on your side to get up and get a goal, get the ball back, and try and get a second here.
3.5 minutes to go. Eagles down 2. A defensive masterclass for Colby coming into this one.
Well, let's not forget, I mean, the Eagles just playing so well defensively up until that corner. Unlucky, they would feel, to be 2 goals behind here, but again, if you take away that corner and you take away that their latest goal, I mean, it's been all Dennis Mullins' way as far as they're concerned defensively. They haven't been bad this game by any stretch of the imagination.
Under 3 minutes to go. Here's an opportunity for Catherine Watrous. Played a ball through the middle. Shot on. And there in the back, big save by Weigler.
Well, I want to see this one again. I don't think Weigler got a touch to that. I think it was just a poor touch in the end. As we see this again, yeah, it is. It's just that touch in the end by Watrous that just let her down. Again, staring at an open goal, not able to just put it away.
Rain falling down here at Boucher. Schneider in alone. Shot, scored!
Well, just like that, a third goal, and that should seal it for Colby in this one. It's just been a great adjustment in this second half as the rain continues to fall. In the end, it was just a great effort to get in on goal and just poke it past Weigler, who has to be just disappointed overall. She's played a great game just up until that goal.
So a 3-point day for Amanda Schneider. A goal and an assist. Charles looking for an option. Under 2 minutes to go. Rain starting to really fall down here at Boucher. Ball played in. Weigler comes out, clears it away.
A big clearance there from Weigler. Again, Mules almost through for a fourth. Does seem like ever since that second goal went in, Husson have just been really trying to push it offensively, and when you do that again, you do give up a lot defensively.
Schneider has that one poked away by Irons. We are about a minute to go. Colby. Offensive outburst here in the last 5 minutes. 3 goals against the Eagles.
Yeah, and they're not done. Again, I think that they think that there is a 4th goal in it for them. Husson will try and stop that with a minute to go here.
Just about 50 seconds in regulation. Lindsey Reed knocks that one out of bounds. The Eagles will throw again. 35 ticks to go. Miss it. Was looking for Sullivan. It goes out of bounds. 22 ticks to go. One last offensive opportunity for the Eagles. Cleared out by Sullivan. Reed plays one into no man's land. Ami Vithiananthan.
Yeah,
5 ticks to go.
You do want to get, if you're the Husson, just a chance at goal. Get something to try and get you some momentum into your next game.
That'll do it. The horn sounds. Colby comes into Boucher and gets a non-conference win by a score of 3-0. Philip, final thoughts?
Yeah, it was just, in the end, that just final 15 minutes for the Eagles just let them down. They played such a great game defensively. And I would have to say, though, for Colby, I mean, they came in here having been frustrated in that first half. Their second half just absolutely bounced back effort for them. They took some maybe needless challenges, some disciplinary issues. We saw a couple of yellow cards for them, but again, it's just they came in with a game plan and they stuck to it, and that's why they're walking out of here with the win.
Player of the game, Amanda Schneider, 3-point day for the Mules. Scored a goal, had an assist, but Colby comes in with a 3-0 advantage. The Eagles will take on SUNY Cobleskill, SUNY Delhi this weekend. From Philip Robarge, Jay Collette, and everyone a part of the crew, be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It may very well change their life. Goodbye.